Hi, I'm Diane Clancy, the Master of Ceremonies for this year's 20th Anniversary Get-Together, benefiting Sister Mary Celeste O'Brien's South Buffalo Community Table. This year's event is scheduled for Saturday, April 9th at the Ironworkers Hall in West Seneca. And I am pleased to be here with the founder, the spiritual leader, fundraiser, cook, dishwasher, and director of the table, Sister Celeste. Thank you for coming. Since it's the 20th anniversary event, we thought it'd be nice to bring in someone special to talk to us. And it's your old friend, Danny Neaverth.
You had to say old. Hi, sister. How are you? Hey, we do go back. We do go back. And sister, look what she's done for everybody else. I mean, it's
That's
a
right.
tremendous
It was a
thing that you've
sacrifice for
been
you.
doing all these years. This is a major, major event. And I think it's only right that you tell the people exactly what happens at your place. Now, you serve meals. You help people who are a lot less fortunate than we are. Why don't you give us some of the background? Tell us what you do.
Well, we open our doors about 3:30 and people wait to come in. At 4 o'clock, they're invited into the dining room. And we have elderly and all in between. Not too many children anymore.
Okay.
We used to have a lot of children. Right at present, we're feeding about 75 people.
Wow.
And they can
Every
go
day? That 75?
Every day except Friday.
Okay. What happens on Friday?
On Friday, they go to St. Thomas Aquinas Church and the school there, and
Okay.
they have their dinner there.
Wow.
But they have a choice of the food that we offer, and they come along in line, and we give them what they want, and they sit down. There's coffee, there's drink, there's always dessert. There's always a full hot dinner.
Wow.
And there's no questions
So it's not
asked.
just a sandwich. We're talking
No,
about a meal.
if they come in, they're served. There's no questions.
And I would imagine for many of these people, that meal is maybe their major meal of the day.
For
So that's
some
really
it
maybe
is.
their only meal of the day. And
For
s-
some it is. And
Okay, now you do all this yourself then, right? You do all the
Oh,
cooking and the serving and the buying and the preparing and, no?
it would
Energizer
be
Bunny.
pathetic if I did it all.
Okay, you don't do it all yourself?
We have lots of volunteers, just like you.
Uh-huh.
In fact, someday you may become a volunteer.
You know what? You're using this whole show. You invited me here just to get me to volunteer. It's a trap. But it's a worthy trap. Now, what do you do with volunteers? I mean, how do you get volunteers? If someone is watching this and they say, gee, that seems like a really good thing, how do they go about finding you, getting to you? What's your phone number? Okay, now there is a phone number though, and I think we should tell them. It's 822-3193.
That's right.
822-3193. If a nun answers, don't hang up. It's okay. It might be sister, okay? Why do you call this this benefit a get-together rather than just a fundraiser
Yeah.
or whatever? What's the reason for that?
Well, 20 years ago, when the first committee got together to do this for Sister, they decided they wanted to set it apart from a political fundraiser or just a typical South Buffalo beer blast. They wanted it to be more. People coming together as a community to have fun, but also to say, you know, we want to support the people in our own neighborhood so that they don't have to go to bed hungry, that there are options for them. So it's to raise awareness, and then also it's a great opportunity for the community to thank Sister and all her volunteers, because
Okay,
they
now-
are greatly appreciated.
Let's look at the history, which is something you told me before really surprised me. This is not just a Catholic thing. It actually started somewhere else, and it's combined. Why don't you fill us in on the background of that?
It came through the Ecumenical Association. Started with the Presbyterians because they were having more and more people ask them for food because they couldn't get through the month. They took it into the Ecumenical group, which was started in South Buffalo shortly after Vatican II. And they had quite a strong group. Every church in South Buffalo became involved in this, and all of them had somebody attending the meetings. Like we were up to 65 people at a meeting in preparation for opening this soup kitchen. So it was, and word just went by, it just went by word of mouth. mostly. But then we advertised through the churches, and we put little snippets in the paper. We let people know when we were opening and what times were. And then the people themselves went around and told other people that they knew on the streets or that they met in the stores who they knew could use a help.
Now, you know, you've had such an amazing career, starting with teaching, where you're talking to young people and you're helping them find their way and learning their ABCs and everything. And then you transition from that into maybe helping maybe some of the same young kids now need some help as adults, or maybe their parents need some help as adults. I just think that's amazing that, you know, you could do that work. It must be really rewarding for you. And I understand, Diane, it's also an opportunity to honor Sister at the event.
She
correct?
doesn't like that part of it, but we,
Oh,
we like to
come
thank her as much
on.
as we can.
She'll love it. She'll be going, yeah. No.
She gets up to the microphone once or twice. We make her pull the raffle tickets and stuff like that so they know we're not cheating.
Hey, speaking of raffles, I've got a list here that's pretty interesting. You're going to have some wonderful things to give away, and they also have a silent auction, which
Right.
takes place all through the evening. So there are a lot of neat things that have been donated by people. But listen to some of this. A one-week stay at a condo in Phoenix, Arizona, with $300 airfare voucher. That's pretty cool. A Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young leather tour jacket. A signed and framed Tyler Myers jersey from the Sabres. Patrick Kane, South Buffalo. Whoa, scores a winning goal. Major.
connection.
Yeah, you betcha. And Paul Posluszny full-size helmet. Wonderful. And those are just some of the things, and of course, the silent auction too. And music. Tell us about the music.
The music has been one of the biggest draws over the years and has kept people coming back. There's multiple bands every event. The one band, the Stonebridge Band, who we'll be hearing from later today, has been there every year for the past 20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Wow.
And these guys are so talented. And then in addition to them, there's the South Buffalo All-Stars.
Wow. Oh, and I also understand that there's you've got some kind of a special contest for the best street.
Right. One thing that people are very proud of in South Buffalo is the street that they grew up on and how much fun they had.
Keppel Street. Keppel.
Edgewood. Well, people can nominate their street and tell why it was so much fun when they were growing up and who some of their friends were, and get some of those friends together to come to this event and accept their award.
Okay, now I know there are people out of town who will hear about this from relatives or friends, and there's probably a way that they can help out too, maybe with a check.
Yes, we have get-together ambassadors from all over the world that have donated over the years, from as far away as Australia.
Whoa.
And some, they'll just send the price of a ticket, $15. Others have made larger donations, and they can send their donations to the South Buffalo Community Table at P.O. Box 1069, Buffalo,
wonderful.
New York,
You know,
14220.
6-7.
6-7. I'm
6-7.
sorry. Thanks.
And one other thing I was thinking too about people out of town, there are so many folks that gather around who are former Buffalonians. They watch hockey games together in a bar or in somebody's house or a club or whatever. They watch football. If there's a local college team that's playing in a tournament, they get to, those people, former Buffalonians, maybe they can help out too. Maybe put something together like that and send a check. That would be wonderful.
Get together for chicken wings wherever they are.
Yeah,
and
sure.
You're in charge of that
Okay,
next year.
we'll work on that. Okay, thank you, sister. Thank you, Diane. But tell us a little bit more, the date again, and it's at the Ironworkers Hall?
Yes, the Ironworkers Hall in West Seneca. It's Saturday, April 9th, and it starts at 7, goes till 11.
And so will the event be exciting. And speaking of exciting, how about some exciting music from some of the talent that you'll have an opportunity to see in person? You're going to see them and hear them right now.
Yeah, I'm from Buffalo, South Buffalo, NY. It's a place I'll always hold in my heart, and I'll tell you why. We got Pharaoh's Dairy. We got Bishop Timon High. We got Sullivan's Soda Fountain when you get dry. We got the hot days of sunshine. We got the nights of cool rain. We got Abbott Road running straight to your heart. We got Joey Kane. Now that's what I like. That's what I like about South Buffalo. Now that's what I like. That's what I like about South Buffalo. Smell the cut grass, the clouds moving slow, the deep blue sky, and Danny Neaverth on the radio. Now when I die, I don't have to go to heaven, 'cause I've been to South Buffalo in the summer of '67. Walking down a shady street, and the trees so green lean over to the reddest of Octobers, whirls the leaves round around in the backyards of Buffalo, South Buffalo, NY. You can whirl around the world like a leaf, but no matter how hard you try, always gonna wanna come back to stay. So deep in your heart, you can't fade away. When you die, you don't have to go to heaven. You've been to South Buffalo in the summer of '67. Well, that's what I like. That's what I like about South Buffalo. That's what I like. Yeah, that's what I like about South Buffalo. South Buffalo, NY. South Buffalo, USA. South Buffalo, the Milky Way. Will never fade away. That's what I like. That's what I like about South Buffalo. South Buffalo. South Buffalo.